Actually, our team, which is Team Sarvagya, did not start from SIH 23. It started from the first year when we were in the college. So the सबसे first hackathon we did was SIH 2022. There तब हम सब दोस्त ही थे. So we got into SIH 2022 and तब हम online में थे. So we all got to know about this SIH thing and we didn't know any better back then. हमने बस ऐसे अप्लाई कर दिया था एंड समहाउ वी इवन गॉट सिलेक्टेड. तो हम SIH 22 में गए एंड मेहनत करी थी काफ़ी बट वी डिड नॉट विन. फिर कवच में गए. कवच इसी साल आया था SIH 23 में, मतलब 2023 में. तो वहाँ पे हम गए. उसमें भी हमारी ऑलमोस्ट सेम टीम थी. एक दो चले गए थे, एक दो आ गए थे कोई. बट SIH 23 में this was the final team.
Oh,
Me, Srishti, Ankit, and Mitashish, the guy who just left the meeting.
yeah.
We were there from the start, and oh sorry, Ankit, Shreyash, and Iman joined us in this hackathon. And बाकी मी, सृष्टि and Neil was from the start. And बाकी लोग भी थे. They came and they left. Could not join this hackathon. But I knew Ankit since the start. I knew Iman since from काफी time से. I knew Shreyas. They were all perfect for this problem statement that we were choosing. So that's how the team
Team
came
was
to.
formed. Yes.
हाँ. बाकी एक्चुअली टीम हमने प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट को देख के ज़्यादा बनाई थी. प्रॉब्लम
Oh,
स्टेटमेंट द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट वाज वेरी ब्रॉड फोकस्ड दिस टाइम. सो सबके यहाँ पे जो भी बैठे हैं सबके स्किल्स और टैलेंट्स यूज हो पाए इस
to get the maximum. Yeah, sure. So, what was your problem statement, and how did it match with the SIST, the theme that they have this year?
कोई और लेना चाहेगा सर?
Yeah.
सृष्टि.
क्या एक्चुअली हम लोग का जो आई थिंक जो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट दैट वी वर like we looked into 3-4 problem statements. Then as Jayang said that the most creative one and that appealed to like all of us was that we had to build a robot mascot for the Namami Gange program. So Chacha Chaudhary was the official mascot for the Namami Gange program. So we had to build an avatar for that, digital avatar.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
was AI enabled, and then there were 3-4 things also that they asked of us. So that was our problem statement basically.
Yes. Yeah. So this SIH was very based on like broad categories like ISRO was the main
Yeah.
ISRO
Yeah,
cyber
many categories
AI.
were there. Many categories were there, but they were like more focused on like AI सब चीज में उन्होंने घुसा दिया था. Like they wanted
Hmm.
any problem statement that you would look in, they wanted something to do with AI in
AI.
that problem statement. Most of them were there.
Sure, sure. So,
Yeah.
team, let's discuss how to select a problem statement. Like I have seen that some of the problem statements have very much applicants and very submissions. So, what you will prefer as you have done this SIS thing? What you will prefer if you want to select the problem statement again for winning?
Okay, I'll divide this into two categories. Okay.
Sure.
One is gives you the most chance of being selected. So choose a problem statement that is very niche and very complex sort of. So this we did in the SIH 2022. We selected a problem statement that was so out of our domains, but it was very interesting. We chose a problem statement where we had to transfer multimedia over walkie-talkies.
Oh,
So मतलब that was very challenging and very
yeah.
अजीब से प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट. बट उसमें सबसे कम एप्लीकेंट्स भी थे. सो देयर यू हैव द हाईएस्ट चांस ऑफ बीइंग सिलेक्टेड. बट how will you make a solution or a project when you don't know how to solve it? Second type of problem statements are which appeal to you the most, जिसमें तुम्हें मजा आए काम करने में. And that's what we did this year. तो मतलब this I would just suggest कि choose a problem statement that appeals very much to you, जिसमें तुम्हारे सारे skills लग पाएँ, तुम्हारे team members के सारे skills लग पाएँ, and you have a lot of creative freedom to do it, or you have expertise to do it.
Sure. So being in
One
your
of the
domain.
point that I would actually like to add up कि in 2022 हम लोग इतना out of the bound processing use किए थे कि like in 2022 what the ministry did is according to the problem statements they chose teams to interact with our president prime minister Narendra Modi, right? So our problem statement was so unique that we got a chance to interact with the honorable prime minister.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, I
So
don't
that
know that. It's point to
yeah. So
mention.
this that is one thing. But then again, as because Jang said, कि अगर जो हमको because it's completely out of our domain, it's like related to electrical, right? So if we don't know the approach, then we can't come with the solution. That's why we didn't win 2022. But this time we chose something that was that was fun to work with. We everyone had something to contribute to it to work on. It was so lovely that we chose that problem statement. So
Oh,
that's why it came
so
to that.
being in your domain also and being creative also is the whole crux of this solution. How to select your problem, right?
Something that would would you will find interest in. You would like to work. That's something that you have to really look into.
Yeah, in your creative domain.
Yeah,
Sure,
sure.
sure. So, how do you decided your team and what was the role of your college? Like, did college helped or and how do you divided your team like in domains? Who handled what?
Okay, so firstly, how the team was made. So Jayank, Srishti, and Neil, these three were already participant of the previous hackathon. Then because this problem statement uh, was a little bit different, and other members some people weren't able to make it. Then I, Iman, and Shreyas, we joined in later, and we all brought different things to the table. So if you see broadly, our six-member team was divided into two different parts, which was like three people handled kind of the technical part, and three were pretty much handling the non-technical part. The technical ones being Jayang, Shreyas, and Iman, whereas the non-technical being me, Srishti, and Neil. So still everybody worked all together, but if the outline would be drawn, then it would be like this. Then so Shreyash was doing the entire web dev part. Jayank was kind of like the overall brain. He was
Bridging the gap.
act
Bridging the gap.
yeah, he was just doing everything like here, there, everything. So that Iman handled uh, from gathering the scraping the data, the databases to AI, everything. Iman did that. Shrishti and Neil, these two were one of the very important people who actually gathered information from multiple websites and uh, actually prepared an entire script for our chatbot. And then my role was pretty much of the animator. So I drew entire poses and different mouths of Chacha Chaudhary. So that was my job. So that is pretty much a team composition. And about the college contribution. So yes, college did help us in some ways. Uh, one of the most important one being Dr. D. Lakshmi ma'am. She really made sure that from our standees to if we are reaching there right, she made sure that she knows everything, and she was always keeping intact of whatever is going on. So yeah, college did help us in some ways, and that was pretty much a team composition.
Like,
Actually, I would like to add on to this. मतलब, our team wasn't very hardly defined कि किसी को इसको यही करना है, इसको यही करना है from the start. But eventually everyone found work that they like, कि मतलब मुझे इसमें मजा आ रहा है तो मैं ये करूंगा. मुझे जैसे शेयर्स स्टार्टिंग में बोला था, I would like to work on the cardboard cutout that we did, the robot mascot. And although his main job was with the website, he also helped in that. Srishti helped in, actually Srishti helped a lot in our streamlining कि सब सही से चल रहा है कि नहीं. As developers we often tend to have tunnel
Lose
vision कि
track.
बस ये feature है तो यही बनाना है. But she helped in कि
Checklisting
actually
all.
उसको.
She basically presided over the unnecessary things that ये
Yeah,
नहीं
and
करना.
even if anybody was, just going anywhere, कि यार ये भी try करो, ये भी she's like नहीं, this is
हाँ,
the main problem statement.
वो
So she
ये लोग
streamlining दोनों
all
एग्जैजरेट करके
making us
बता रहे
gathered
हैं, ऐसा
together.
कुछ नहीं है।
नहीं भाई, ये एक्चुअल में ट्रू है। आई रिमेम्बर कि रात के लगभग 3 या 4 बज रहे होंगे और तुमको अचानक से कभी-कभी एक्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस आता है ना कि व्हाई एम आई डूइंग दिस?
Wow.
तो एक्चुअली वी वर मेकिंग 3 to 4, आई गेस टोटल ऑफ 5 प्रोडक्ट्स, सो इट वाज अ सूट। सो वी वर
Yeah.
मेकिंग 5 प्रोडक्ट्स और मेरे से एक भी नहीं हो रहा था, ठीक है? जो मेरे को टास्क दिया था, इट वाज वेरी न्यू टू मी, वो लैंग्वेज मेरे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा न्यू था एंड मेरा दिमाग घूम गया। रात के 3-4 बजे हम सारे कोड कर रहे हैं विदाउट स्लीपिंग और रात में मैं अंकित और सृष्टि के पास जाता हूँ एंड आई टेल कि भाई हम क्यों बना रहे हैं ये? एक बनाते हैं ना खाली, 5 पे क्यों दिमाग फोड़ रहे हो? तो शी स्टार्टेड लाइक एक्सप्लेनिंग मी कि नहीं भाई हम जो कर रहे हैं वो सही है। बहुत ज़्यादा उसने समझा, फिर जाके मैं मतलब आई गॉट कन्विंस्ड कि हाँ भाई इनकी बात सही है और 1 की बजाय 5 करने में हमारी ही भलाई है एंड इवेंचुअली we did win.
Sure, sure. Major role in a team is to glue people and glue ideas. Stick to your principles is the main thing. This is the very nice work of Srishti. And now I will ask you the most important challenge you faced in technical part, like in APIs or AI building or anything.
The technical part was the least of the challenges, I tell you.
Oh, that's the thing. Tell me more.
Yeah, the technical part was really, honestly, it was not easy, but we got it figured out in
If
the
you
end.
figure out
Yeah.
how to manage your people and how to मतलब तुमने प्रोडक्ट इमेजिन अच्छे से कर लिया एंड यू गेट एवरीवन टू वर्क ऑन इट अच्छे से, then technical part is not even a big thing. The biggest thing is this, managing a team and कि सब अपने अच्छे से काम कर रहे हैं and everyone is contributing to their best. That's what makes you win, not the technical thing.
Okay, so if a first or second year student is starting with their journey, so what will you advise on the technical part? That how much time should they give and how much difficulty they would face?
देखो ऑफ कोर्स टेक्निकल तो स्ट्रांग होना ही चाहिए, मतलब दैट इज तो एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ एवरी टीम दैट इज देयर, राइट. तो अगर फर्स्ट सेकंड ईयर के लोग मतलब जा रहे हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स देयर टेक्निकल शुड बी स्ट्रांग, बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज डोंट गेट टू मच एकदम मतलब वही टनल विजन मत करना कि बस टेक्निकल अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बना लेंगे तो जीत जाएंगे. प्रेजेंटेशन एंड मार्केटिंग इज द सिंगल बिगेस्ट फैक्टर दैट विल गेट यू टू विन.
Oh, that's nice.
And
So in the first,
ideation, one thing that I would add on to this कि जो solution तुम लोग propose करो, for example you are given a problem statement and you are proposing a solution, right? तो उसका जो ideation है, that is you are giving the PPT, how that is something that we might be doing. तो उसका जो ideation है, that is the first barrier कि हाँ वो clear कर लिया, so then we are going through it. Ideation should be very important and very crisp and very precise. Once we're done with it, and then like in the final round, except not only the practical aspects but how we are presenting the whole thing, how we're packaging and presenting to them, it's literally the sole factor of winning. Because as we said, coverage 2023 and SIH 22, that was a thing that we did miss out, that we did miss out, and yeah, this time we got it right.
Yeah, I would also like to add a point that so basically the judges, it's not necessary that they are of like same age group as us, right? Or
sure.
as of same generation. They are like most of the times they are older than us. And getting that point through that yeah, our product will help you in this way. Like in a like as a consumer, how will they love our product, right? That was more important. Yeah, the technicality had we had much very big challenges, right? But the thing is people get too invested in technicalities, right? And then forget about the PPT, the presentation. How will the consumer see things, right? If we had thousands of features, then it's not like useful to consumer because it will be more confusing, right? We need to focus on like less things, but we need to like get our point through to them. Yeah.
So selecting your problem statement, getting the maximum work done that you can do in your domain, and selected problem solving, like if you are solving a solution, then the points which are you solving must be first fulfilled, then see the rest of things. Okay. And the third is how you are presenting accounts for 50%, or should I give it more than 50%? How you are presenting and see.
Okay, 50% is good. Yeah, I guess so. Because it also matters मतलब तुमने जो solution सोचा है, if that holds weight or not, you know. तुम कुछ भी तो present नहीं कर सकते, of course. But अगर तुम्हारे पास if you have a very good product but you're not presenting it well, then also it's a bad thing. So I think 50-50 is okay.
Okay, so
Very
giving a
happy.
50-50 weightage is very important. Okay, so let us talk about the round one. Okay, so this was the PPT making, right?
Yeah.
PPT
Which
making.
round? Internal round or the
Are you talking
SIH
about
round?
The first, the internal round, and you can tell about
in
first
college?
internal round,
In
yeah,
college.
college, and then the
So,
first round of
Okay,
SIH.
so
so we
I
didn't
think the people who would be watching won't know the whole process. So let's
Break
understand
it
the
down.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first process was the internal hackathon that gets conducted by the university. But that used to be the case till this year. But this year they introduced something. They actually removed the barrier of internal hackathons. So in the future, I'm guessing there won't be any need for an internal hackathon. You just apply.
Oh,
You just tell your college that we want to go for SIH, and they'll nominate your team. Uh, they increased the limit from 30 to I think 70 or 80, right, Srishti? 80 to 90, I guess. Yeah.
90 to 100 teams.
So
100 teams actually.
from a university, 90 to 100 teams can be nominated for grand finale. And now there is no need for internal hackathon. Earlier, we used to, have that barrier, one more barrier कि internal hackathon भी pass करना है, then grand finale में shortlist भी होना है. So anyways, now that's not there. Now all you have to do is build a very good PPT. मतलब first, of course, build a very good solution to the problem,
I
ideate a good solution, then represent it well in your PPT. अब पीपीटी मेकिंग इज अ होल थिंग इन itself. मतलब क्योंकि तुम्हें लिटरली बस दो स्लाइड में you have to get your point across, and the judges will have like 50 hundreds of PPTs to go through. So how will you stand out? So first is that you have to make a PPT. Second, a good tip is make a video. Make a very good, nicely edited video and put a QR in your PPT. That is the number one way to stand out. We also did that this time, and we poured countless hours into that video, and we didn't make a PPT, but I think that video was what made us stand out. And
sure, sure. Add the golden tip, everyone.
हाँ, तो मतलब वही है कि जजेस के पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचो कि उनको 100 पीपीटी देखनी होती है, सो कीप योर कंटेंट क्रिस्प एंड मेक देयर जॉब इजियर. तो या तो एक ये फेज हो गया. उसके बाद फिर वहां पे आफ्टर 1 or 2 months यू विल गेट अ नोटिफिकेशन वेदर यू पास्ड और नॉट. So out of hundreds of teams, like each problem statement has around and on an average of 100 submissions. So out of those 100 submissions, only five of them will get selected. So that's your first barrier, to get through that PPT round. Then comes SIH. In and the SIH grand finale has its own, full process and everything, and we can get into it later if we want.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, what are the perks of going in this SIH? First is the national level recognition, and second is the lump sum amount of 1 lakh.
you know,
Also, what you found out of there.
I would say, like, no, there, like, everyone would have their own views on what are the advantages, except that you just said you will get 1 lakh and you get education and everything. One of the biggest things is that, first of all, connections. You meet great people there. Hackathons are supposed to for this. It is the sole purpose of hackathons is networking. You meet great people, great minds from all over the country, and that's wonderful. That is something that you don't get to do in online hackathons, or if you sit in a room or in a college you don't get. Hackathons you get to do that. Networking, you meet great people, and it's lovely. It's a lovely experience. Second is travel. You get to travel. Okay, you get to travel to unknown destinations. You live with your friends. You live in a college. Sometimes you get paid, sometimes you don't. You have to leave the classroom, code all night. The experience of hackathon is one is the sole thing that I think that should drive participation. You want to go for hackathons, go for not winning, but obviously winning is a factor. But for the experience of it, for living those 36 hours or 48 hours, that's the
So if you want to get maximum of out of your college, you should join hackathons like offline hackathons on site. For sure,
yeah,
like
offline hackathons, not online hackathons, offline
For
hackathons.
sure, for
एक
sure.
जो बहुत ही अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीज हमारे साथ हुई while we were leaving the hall after receiving that award, कि that person from the Ministry of Jal Shakti offered us internships to whole of our team. So we directly got an offer from the Ministry of Jal Shakti for uh, taking part in an internship with them.
that's a cool point. Yeah, everyone should know this. If you are going for hackathons, you can be selected for internship also if your project is really nice. This is the major tip I would give here. What will you do for the round 2? Like this is the time where this is the lockup time. You have to sit in a room, है ना? You have to build your project, है ना? Then how much of the project you should already build should be built, and what you have to build inside those room. I want to know everything about room round 2.
Ideally, all of it.
That's
You
the
can
rule,
add your
guys. That's the rule.
experience.
Yeah,
That's the
you
rule.
just know how to underplay. That's it.
ओके सो बट सीरियसली वहां पे तुम्हें जाके ऐसा दिखाना है कि well, you have to be true to the hackathon spirit. You have to build stuff there, but the your solution should be solved. कि मतलब we'll build this, we'll solve it this मतलब सब ये सब करने वाले हैं हमारी टीम में. अगर तुम वहां पे जाके बनाओ, that's not an issue. या तुम पहले से बनाओ, that's not a problem. But you should have your problem solved. सो हमारे केस में वी हैड मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स फिगर आउट कि इसको ऐसे ऐसे बनाना है. आई विल अग्री दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द बिल्डिंग happened in those 36 hours, no doubt.
Oh,
Each of us didn't sleep more than 2 to 3 hours. Each of us gave their all. But the biggest point was, I think, the biggest thing that helped us was that we took an Airbnb 4 days before the hackathon started, and we were there in that Airbnb for 4 days. Just brainstorming on building stuff and figuring out कि क्या करने वाले हैं. So that got us into the momentum. So वहाँ पे हमारा पूरा solution का पूरा
for
architecture figure out हो गया था. So वहाँ पे फिर hackathon में जाके all we had to do was just build.
oh, so do they give you any additional problems or like adding anything?
हाँ,
Yeah, that on
it
that we actually so the judges, as Iman rightly said, they'll give you a perspective of the consumer. So uh, before going to hackathon, like Jang said, we need to have a roadmap clear. अपने को पूरा sort होना चाहिए कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. We need to know that. Then you build it there, you build it before, that depends on you. But one of the main thing is when the judges, there are round reviews. So every round they'll come and they'll see your project and then they'll give you recommendation that you can add this, you can remove this. And next time when will they come again, that time they'll check कि तुमने उस पे काम किया है या नहीं. So in our case, the same thing happened. One thing that we initially struggled with was the latency part. Then another thing that we struggled was the database. There was some misinformation that was there. So uspe we again had to work. So every time there's a review round, your project gets somewhat improvised and improved at the same time. So every round there are new challenges that the judges will throw at you, and you have to decide that you overcome it, or you try to
Leave
tell
it.
the judge, or just get over with it basically.
सो यू हैव टू मतलब तुम्हें अपना प्रोडक्ट तो बनाना ही है, मतलब अपना सोल्यूशन तो बनाना ही है. यू हैव टू इम्प्लीमेंट व्हाट द जजेस से एज वेल. तो अगर तुमने वो कर लिया साथ साथ, तो इट गिव्स अ वेरी नाइस इम्पैक्ट कि तुम हमारी बात सुन भी रहे हो, अपना भी कर रहे हो. सो इट गिव्स अ वेरी नाइस इम्पैक्ट.
So it should be noted. And do you want to give any last minute tips like what should do before the round 2 or in round 2? What should be the golden move they should play?
I guess try to stand out from your competitors.
In
So what we did was we did a bunch of things to stand out. Of course, our solution was superior, but we also went some extra miles. So for example, uh, we actually our solution was a software solution, right? Well, our category was software, but what we did was we actually you know made a cutout of Charles Chaudhary, made a little rectangle, slit in there, and we put a laptop there to just so वहां पे हमने जजिंग के राउंड में हमने वो चार चौधरी का कटआउट वहां पे खड़ा कर दिया था, वहां पे उसमें लैपटॉप लगा के there were two laptops and two mobiles there, and we just asked the judges to go there and interact. मतलब किसी ने वो एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट नहीं करा हुआ कि दैट कार्डबोर्ड कटआउट, मतलब नहीं करा था, आई नो, बट दैट व्हाट जजेस को बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि यू वेंट द एक्स्ट्रा माइल. We even made a developer manual and handed out to the judges in one round, so that was also nice. So मतलब I
Let me
think.
also add to it. So अपना जो प्रोडक्ट था वो सुपीरियर तो था ही, लाइक वी एक्चुअली मेड एवरीथिंग वर्किंग. इट वाज फंक्शनिंग लाइक बहुत सारी उसमें ऐसी एलिमेंट्स थी कि विच डिडंट एग्जिस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. व्हेन वी सॉ द टीम्स लाइक दे वर प्रेजेंटिंग देयर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑन फिग्मा, तो वेबसाइट भी नहीं थी एंड दे वर शोइंग देयर प्रोडक्ट देयर वेबसाइट पेजेस ऑन फिग्मा. uh, Apart from this, one thing initially that Jank and the team said, like they already had participated in SIH 2022, so their experiences had helped us a lot. तो स्टार्टिंग में ना एक बात उसने बोली थी जो मैंने अपने दिमाग में बहुत अच्छे से फिट कर ली थी. दैट इज कि डोंट थिंक द जजेस आर डम, ट्रीट देम लाइक गॉड. ऐसे समझो कि उनके पास बहुत नॉलेज है. दे आर जस्ट अ डिफरेंट जनरेशन फ्रॉम अस, और उनके एक्सप्रेस करने का तरीका अलग है. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी टुक एंड वी पिन पॉइंटेड. तो अब इसे लेकर के ही हम हर एक राउंड में चल रहे थे. जैसे वन ऑफ द जजेस, मैं बस एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. वन ऑफ द जजेस, उसको ही वांटेड टू टॉक विद द चाचा जी विद हिज ओन वॉइस. सो अगले ही राउंड में या फिर अगले टाइम जब जैसे ही वो आया, उसको हमने एक वॉइस मॉडल के साथ प्रेजेंट कर दिया. एंड ही वाज सो एंगेज्ड इनटू दैट. उसको वो इतना ज्यादा अच्छा लगा था दैट ही एक्चुअली थॉट, like he gave respect to that mascot, like that thing was actually a human. तो बात करने के बाद he said कि थैंक यू चाचा जी. सो
wow.
ऐसे ही चीजें हो गई थी. सो वॉट एवर, छोटी सी छोटी फालतू से फालतू जो भी चीजें बोली, हमने एक भी चीजें ओपोज नहीं की कि सर देखिए जो आप ये कह रहे हैं इट इज नॉट फीजिबल, और इट इज नॉट गुड, वी हैव अ बेटर सॉल्यूशन. ऐसा हमने बिल्कुल नहीं बोला. वी सेड दैट सर वी हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड दिस एंड हैव इम्प्रूव्ड फ्रॉम देयर. तो जैसे कोई एक चीज इंप्लीमेंट की और वहां से इम्प्रूव कर दी, सो अब अगर कोई फालतू चीज है तो वहां पे कवर हो गई. दैट्स ऑल वी डिड. वी मेड द जजेस फील कि हाँ हम हर एक चीजें उनकी समझ रहे हैं एंड वी आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग वॉट एवर द फीडबैक्स दे आर मेंशनिंग. So that was a really strong point over here.
Yeah, and we also actually yeah, we were able to implement almost everything that judges said us, right? Judges had this thing about the data, basically the outputs were sometimes they were hallucinations, right? So sometimes some outputs were wrong, right? So by the end we fixed it, right? But there were some problems that we couldn't fix till the end, right? But we showed our dedication to it. We In the last round also, one of the judges wanted a landing page, right? A landing page. But in the short time we had, we had only one night and the morning till 10 a.m. Right? So we didn't have enough time for that. But in the end, after our presentation, we told him that we tried our best to implement it. And in the end also, when we won, right, one of the judge who had this doubt, he also said that your team got this prize for your dedication, because everybody worked very hard, right? I am very thankful to this team for this. Everybody worked very hard. No, it was not like a group project that one person will work and everybody will sit. No, nobody slept, everybody worked very hard. And yeah, the things we couldn't implement, we told them, yeah, in the end we told them ki, yeah, we couldn't do it, but the things we can, we did it. Everything, every possible thing that could be done, we did that. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful story. Really. So, respecting them, like doing your project best, and take their recommendations, implement them, and being honest, you can play your games like you can make your project on the way, or like you can make it in the room. But
Yeah.
the most important part is to like, if you want to stand out, you should play something that could tell you or like spark you more in that field in the eyes of the
I'll
monitors.
I'll do one thing. I'll do one thing. I'll just summarize it for you once.
Sure.
Okay, so basically, the meanwhile, when the time we are having before the main hackathon is something that by then we have to figure out कि हमको क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, क्यों करना है. Basically, we have to clear out the basics. We can do a bit of the technical aspect जितना हो पाए. If we can do it good, नहीं तो and obviously तुम hackathon में जब जाते हो तुमको वो माहौल मिल जाता है. You work for जैसे ना सो के you just keep on working. So you go and build there. But pre-planning and how to do, how to approach is something that is very important. That has to be done. Yeah, that's something that you have to keep in mind.
So nice. You have a lovely journey, all of you, from college to here. So now comes the round three. Am I right? All.
This applies to all the rounds.
So
Round मतलब राउंड टू राउंड वन का तो अलग बात है, मतलब वहां पे 3 राउंड होता है एंड वॉट एवर वी टॉक वाज दिस फॉर ऑल द राउंड्स, ऐसा कोई सेग्रीगेशन नहीं है उसमें.
okay. So
Hmm.
at the last moment, while they are selecting like winners in every project,
Hmm.
like one winner only. So what was the point that you stand out at there? And from all the groups, what you have learned the most? Like you have meet a fabulous people. So what was the point? They won SIH.
सृष्टि बोलेगी.
Srishti.
क्या क्या? अच्छा, द लाइक हम लोग का अगर ऐसे देखोगे लाइक एसआईएच विनिंग का पॉइंट, तो आई थिंक लाइक लास्ट जो ये लोगों ने बोला वही था. लाइक लास्ट 2 बार से वी वर नॉट फोकस्ड ऑन प्रेजेंटिंग इट नाइसली. So this time we were more focused on like whatever we did, we tried that we can convey that. जो हमने किया we convey it properly. And we like even in the questioning round, like in the first and second round, they asked 2 3 things of us, they showed our limitations. So we worked on that also, and also the landing page wala thing that they talked about pele. So what happened was he was very adamant on having a landing page. So like होता है कि they ask something extra out of you in the problem statement जो भी होता है. Like वो बोलेंगे judges आके कि ये क्यों नहीं है, वो क्यों नहीं है, but you should stick to what is asked in the problem statement. वो important होता है. If आप distract हो जाते हो या आप और ज्यादा extra करने जाते हो, that's where all the mishap happens, I think.
Oh,
So yeah.
important.
हाँ.
एंड ऑल्सो लाइक जैसे ये 2 3 लोग जो थे जो लाइक श्रेयस, अंकिता, निवान, लाइक जिनका फर्स्ट टाइम था ऐसे ही. सो these 2 3 people they were like कि हो जाएगा, जीत जाएंगे. एंड आई, नील एंड जयांक जो हम लोग थे, वी वर सो मच टेरिफाइड फ्रॉम द पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस दैट वी केप्ट देम एकदम ग्राउंडेड.
Grounded. Like wait,
Yeah,
wait.
we kept them grounded. कि like रुक जाओ.
Hmm.
So yeah.
तो
हम तो
वन.
लिटरली हमें
So
जीतने
there
का
was a
बाद भी हमने बोला कि
balance.
शायद नहीं मिला.
तो कीपिंग अ बैलेंस इज नेसेसरी. वो भी एक चीज होती है कि हवा में भी मत उड़ो और मतलब कीप अ.
हाँ, ज़्यादा अच्छा चल जाए तो भी ठीक है.
और आई थिंक एक चीज उसने बहुत अच्छी बोली, जो याद आई मुझे, कि लास्ट 2 टाइम से क्या हुआ था कि जजेस आपको फीडबैक देके जाते हैं. सो व्हाट हैपेंस देयर इज, वहाँ पे मेंटरिंग राउंड्स होते हैं और जजिंग राउंड्स होते हैं, 3 मेंटरिंग राउंड, 3 जजिंग राउंड. तो मेंटरिंग राउंड के ड्यूरिंग मतलब वही जजेस ही मेंटर करते हैं, वो आके आपका प्रोजेक्ट देखते हैं और आपको कुछ कुछ फीडबैक देते हैं, ठीक है। तो क्या होता था लास्ट दो टाइम में कि वट एवर दे यूज टू टेल अस ना, हम सब कुछ सब काम छोड़ के बस वही इम्प्लीमेंट करने लग जाते थे। बट दैट इज वेरी हैजार्डियस। अगर आप सब कुछ छोड़ के वो करने लग जाओ तो हो सकता है कि जो आप पहले करो वो सही था, इसमें आपने ज़्यादा टाइम निकाल दिया, वो कर ही नहीं पाए एंड सब कुछ खत्म हो गया। सो डिस्ट्रैक्शन इज से दूर रहना है एंड टेक जजेस विद अ बिट ऑफ ग्रेन ऑफ सॉल्ट। एक तो ये, और दूसरा सबसे biggest point is while presenting, be enthusiastic, be show them कि that तुम्हारे पास है पैशन भाई इसमें काम करने का, हंसते रहो, joke with them, don't be afraid, एकदम चिल होके बात करो। इट्स लाइक ये जस्ट हैव देम कि तुम अपने दोस्तों से बात करो, उनको दोस्तों को प्रोजेक्ट दिखा रहे हो, तो दैट द एनर्जी दैट गिव्स ऑफ इज सुपीरियर। मतलब कि वो ऐसा एनर्जी देता है कि तुम्हें अपना प्रोजेक्ट तो आती आता है, यू आर सो कॉन्फिडेंट इन दैट कि भाई यू नॉट इवन अफ्रेड और व्हाटएवर। मतलब बहुत अच्छा फीलिंग देता है वो इफ यू आर ऑल एंथुसियास्टिक एंड वेरी हाई एनर्जी।
मतलब when they won, when we won actually, and जब when after winning, when we talked to the judges, one point they said as exclusively was कि you guys kept on smiling to all around at any point of time, at any point of given pressure. You guys didn't feel pressurized. You guys didn't ऐसे like कि क्या होगा कैसे करेंगे. Didn't reflect on your faces. You guys just smiled to all around. There was no point of ऐसे कि भाई tension में हो. That is
हाँ,
something that actually caught the judges' attention.
मतलब ऐसा था कि हम अपने में ही बात कर रहे हैं और वो लोग तो बस देख रहे हैं। मतलब अच्छा था, द एनर्जी वाज वेरी नाइस एंड वी आल्सो फेल्ट इट, सो हम भी मोटिवेटेड थे फिर उसके बाद।
Hmm.
दैट
And who maintained the enthusiasm and who
एवरीवन, एवरीवन लिटरली।
like
मतलब सब में थोड़ा थोड़ा डर तो था ही, बट राउंड आफ्टर राउंड, सेशन आफ्टर सेशन वी वर कॉन्फिडेंट कि अच्छा जा रहा है, अच्छा जा रहा है। द प्रेशर वाज वेरी हाई, आई वुड नॉट underplay that. The pressure was very high, we had to do so much, but it was the teamwork that kept us all working.
like enjoying the
एक
moment was
तो
the main.
एक
हाँ,
एक जो बहुत ज्यादा डिसहार्टनिंग चीज वहां पे होती है वो ये है कि दे स्क्रैप योर होल प्रोजेक्ट्स। तो तुमने जितना भी मेहनत किया है इवन ऑन द मतलब फर्स्ट
ये
डे
हुआ
खत्म,
है।
फिर रात में आके बोलेंगे बेकार है इसे बदलो, ये नहीं हो पाएगा, फिर यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बॉटम्स अप नाउ। अब तुम्हें
Hmm.
वापस से जीरो से स्टार्ट करना है, यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग न्यू डिफरेंट वेज टू इम्प्लीमेंट दैट। अब सिर्फ तुम्हारे पास एक ही दिन बचा
हाँ,
है।
ही
सो अ
राइट।
लॉट दिस हैपेंड विद अ लॉट ऑफ टीम्स।
हाँ,
हमारे खुद के रूम में
हाँ,
जहाँ पे हम बैठे थे, आधे से ज्यादा टीम्स के स्क्रैप द होल प्रोजेक्ट एंड नाउ दे वर वरीड, बट येट बहुतों ने नई चीजें बनाई और वो सक्सेसफुल हुई, बट अदर्स दे वर डिसहार्टेंड एंड दिख रहा था
एग्जैक्टली
उनके
द
शक्लों पे।
टीम
वो
दैट
हमारा वही
साइड
हमारा साइड वाला जो
हाँ,
बंदा एक्चुअली मेरे साइड में बैठता है, जस्ट इस साइड में, राइट।
हम्म।
सो मैं उसको पूछा कि कैसा गया पहला पहला राउंड। उसने बोला जो जज है उसने बोला कि पूरा स्क्रैप कर दो आइडिया एंड सब कुछ रिस्टार्ट करो, क्योंकि
हम्म।
उस उन्होंने उनको उनका जो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था वो फिजिक्स से बहुत ज्यादा आसानी से सॉल्व हो सकता था, राइट। बट उन जज को एआई चाहिए था, राइट। And they said कि तुम scrap करो idea, right? But in the end of the day, when the winners were announced, they won.
या बिकॉज दे
They
स्टिक
won they won the competition. They
एंड
won their
ऑल्सो
problem
फंड, आई
statement.
गेस फंडिंग भी मिली ना उन्हें।
And plus they got a research paper
Research
funding.
paper.
या
Yeah.
बहुत फंडिंग।
Because of their physics model, and in the end of the day, the guy who was sitting next to me was was the guy who was implementing AI for that, right? And till the end, he implemented a model that could figure it out. Yeah, the percentage of accuracy was, like he said, around 65, 60, right? But the thing is, he presented it in a way that they got funding for a research, plus they won.
Wow.
दैट
So
वाज
yeah, so the
Wonderful
results of
story, huh?
first round should not
हाँ,
disheart you. It should
एग्जैक्टली
motivate you to work better.
वही बात है,
Thing
स्टिक
is,
टू व्हाट यू हैव थॉट ऑफ प्लस इम्प्लीमेंट व्हाट द जजेस से, तो
Hmm.
मिक्स अ बैलेंस ऑफ दैट वुड बी योर विनिंग फॉर्मूला।
Form a project that has confidence. Your confidence is important. Like
या
sometimes Judges also can tell you like going to scrap and destroy all your project, but you have to be confident on how you have built a product they can solve a problem. Nice, nice, too good story. So after the winning, what was your feeling like? What was the
To
stories?
be
Satisfaction.
very honest, almost
रो दिया था
everybody
भाई,
cried.
Send in the
सब
recording.
सब रोए थे, सब रोए
रो
थे.
It is,
Everybody
it
called their
is,
parents.
yeah.
Everybody cried. It was like still it feels like a dream. And
Matlab,
जब stage पे हम
just imagine this was going on from the first year, and we had faced two consecutive losses after investing so much time and so much resources, and then we finally won. So most joy, pride is up to side at other satisfaction mainly. If I चलो,
और
okay,
रोना,
done,
बहुत रोना.
done and dusted.
To be honest,
बहुत
like
बहुत
everything, like a lot of things were at stake. Okay, at least for us, like Jayang, Srishti, and me, because first year से कर रहे हम लोग, and team Sarvagya did go to all the finals that we applied to, but we didn't win. So this was the last chance probably, and yeah, third time we did it.
Wonderful. Like the last time you had, and you have to build
Yeah,
a
exactly,
nice project.
exactly, exactly.
So, the most important thing you got out of this event is, do you build your skills the most, your networking, or would you say like the prizes were the
I
major
would say
part?
the
OT.
the experience. Like I for me it was actually working under pressure. Like my designs, I remember it was like I am showing it to Jank, ये कैसा है? Jank is like, यार, something is missing. Then again I have to sit brainstorm क्या कर सकते. So you need to keep improvising and work under pressure. अगर एक टाइम पे तुम्हें नहीं हो रहा है, you have to you take break, but that skill of working under pressure is something that you learn from such hackathons, which is very crucial, जो बाद में भी बहुत हेल्पफुल रहेगा. कि लास्ट मिनट पे अगर तुम्हें चेंजेस भी है, यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट दोस चेंजेस, थिंक कि क्या अलग किया जा सकता है, and work towards it. That and networking, obviously you meet great people out there. Never miss a chance to actually interact with new people, because you never know कि क्या connections तुम्हारे वहाँ बन सकते हैं, which will obviously help you a lot in future.
Yeah, no doubt. Ankit is a master in that. Ankit did most of the
For
things.
sure, for
he
sure.
made a
Ankit has
connection
had
for
a
life.
yeah. He did.
Oh,
He did. He did.
Ankit,
He
he
did.
played the game. He
Good
won the
connection, Ankit.
hackathon,
Good
man. He
connection.
won the hackathon. This is the person who won the hackathon.
ऐसे तो उसके वसूल हुए हैं भाई.
Wait.
It's
नहीं नहीं,
हम
it's
लोग का
not
जब
just
हैकर
it's not just the participants or the invigilators out there, but even जो judges वगैरह होते हैं, like the Jal Shakti, minister from the Jal Shakti, he was really impressed by whatever we built. Even whenever we got a chance to interact with him, we always went and talked. And even
Ankit was
with
such
the
a
professors of that
genuine
college, even with the professors of that college, while we were having dinner, he sat with us. We had a talk there. So just don't miss out on a on any chance of interaction with anybody, be it professor, be it invigilator, or be it even the participant. So yeah.
Yeah, so
True,
networking is
and even the
important.
volunteers.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Ankit, you missed out this point.
so you are around the great bunch of intelligent peoples and brains, and you have to get all you can get out of there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, what were the perks you get after winning the SIH?
Oh, yeah.
We get called on a podcast
Yeah, to be called
while
on
For
a
I'm
Yeah.
sure,
having
for
podcast.
sure.
while I'm having dinner. I get to attend the podcast.
Sure.
So apart from that, you get, of course, prize money तो अलग ही है. दूसरा, you get invited to certain boot camps that AICT conducts. In fact, there's one happening in just a week, and only SIH winners and finalists are invited to that. Then there are certain hackathons like the Singapore. Which one was it, Srishti?
Singapore India Hackathon.
The Singapore India Hackathon that you get invited to, there only SIH winners can attend. So that's some of the perks.
Oh, this is not a perk, this is a secret. You have revealed out of there. This is
मिनिस्ट्री
the
ऑफ जल
important.
शक्ति के यूट्यूब चैनल पे आने का मौका.
हाँ.
Yeah, even that.
Lifetime.
न्यूज़पेपर में फोटो
Like,
छपी.
हाँ,
for sure.
न्यूज़पेपर में।
हाँ.
न्यूज़पेपर फोटो छपी, ये कब हुआ?
I
यस,
from
भोपाल में।
newspaper to all, like you were on the telegram channels also, and whatsapp groups also, and like networking of yours, I have seen much of your photos also circulating, like they have won the SIH, and through that I got the idea, I got the idea to shoot a program like a podcast that can give the
हुँ,
maximum value, and your experience also, this is a lifetime value for everyone. I think like the all the juniors from all the batches, like upcoming all the batches and all the years will remember your history and your movements and your mistakes also. So would you like to address some big mistake that you want all the mistakes one by one? Can we take mistakes that you want to be rectified if you can?
या श्योर,
Yeah.
गाइस।
मिस्टेक्स नहीं किए ना
Mistakes
हमने.
बहुत
For sure,
नहीं
for
हमने नहीं
sure.
किया.
हम्बल
I
हो
will
भाई,
add it
हम
on
हम्बल हो।
top.
अरे
हमने नहीं किए
लाइक
मिस्टेक.
टेक्निकल साइड से आई वुड से देयर वाज वन मिस्टेक होने वाला था, बट हमने रोक दिया, एक ही दिन में रोक लिया था ना जैंक,
क्या?
फोनिम्स वाला.
व्हिच वन?
हम्म.
Phonemes wala thing,
हाँ,
the
राइट,
phoneme,
राइट।
yeah. So there was something in our like algorithm. So हमने आई गेस 1 घंटे के लिए वो मिस्टेक सोचा था, उसके बाद हमने छोड़ दिया कि वो मिस्टेक है. सो हम वर प्रिटी गुड एट अवॉइडिंग मिस्टेक्स आई वुड से दिस टाइम कि
हम्म.
विद ओवर टू आवर
टू
एक्सपीरियंस
टू
फॉर ऑफ द
या
रुको,
आवर
मैं इस पे ना इलैबोरेट करता हूँ.
Sure,
तो
sure.
द मेन पॉइंट दैट वी कैन डिराइव फ्रॉम हियर इज हैव बैकअप्स. तो जो भी, जैसे मैं अपना एग्जांपल दूं, मैं वेब में कर रहा था. तो जो भी चीजें मैंने बनाई, ठीक है, हम 5 दिन ना हैकेथॉन के पहले हैदराबाद गए थे, एंड वी वर्क डे एंड नाइट देयर 5 दिन. फिर इसके बाद में हैकेथॉन में जाके अलग से जो 2 दिन चलता है बिना सोए, वो. तो हैकेथॉन के फर्स्ट सेशन तक, यानी कि आफ्टरनून तक, जो भी चीजें मैंने बनाई थी, यानी कि पिछले 5 दिन का और ये फर्स्ट सेशन, वो सारा स्क्रैप कर दिया. फिर वापस जीरो से स्टार्ट किया मैंने. एक अलग प्लेटफॉर्म, एक अलग तरीका लेके, एक अलग यूआई लेके. सेम इनके साथ भी हुआ कि इनका जो मॉडल था वो पहले कुछ और कर रहा था, फिर इनने थोड़ा ऑप्टिमाइज किया, वो बेटर किया, बट they again scraped it off and moved to a better algorithm. It took a lot of time, but again, बैकअप था उनके दिमाग में, वो प्लान था, दे वेर एक्सपर्ट्स ऑफ इट, दे कुड हैव फिगर्ड इट आउट, सो दे डिड. दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, हैव बैकअप्स.
Really.
या
और एक
Yeah,
ऑसम
same,
चीज,
same.
जैंक जैंक एक मैजिक टाइप का चीज कर पाता है कि वो पहले पूरा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाएगा और फिर सो जाएगा, और तब मैं रात रात को पागलों की तरह काम करूंगा और पूरा रात को पागलों की तरह काम करूंगा, और फिर मैं सो जाऊंगा, और फिर मैं जब सुबह उठूंगा तो जयंत तब तक सब कुछ खत्म कर लिया होगा.
Oh.
ठीक है. तो उसको मैजिक, वो मैजिक बहुत अच्छा है, जयंत चाहिए टीम में.
Like,
One thing I would like to add is कम्युनिकेशन. तुम लोग को जस्ट टॉक विथ योर टीममेट कि तुम क्या काम कर रहे हो. आई रिमेम्बर जैंक एंड इमान वर वर्किंग ऑन द सेम थिंग. बस एक सोफा और एक चेयर पे बैठा था, एंड स्टिल they were working on the same thing. They didn't even realize that they were working on the same thing until they sat together and they are like, अरे मैं भी यही कर रहा हूँ, तू भी यही कर रहा है, हम इतने टाइम से अलग क्यों कर
वी
रहे
वी न्यू, ठीक
हैं.
है।
So you just have
ऐसा
to
मत
sit
कर।
you just have to sit together. Just make sure that your ideas are put forward in a right way. सामने वाला बंदा समझ रहा है, और सामने वाले बंदा जो कहना चाह रहा है वो तुम समझो. So communication is the
हाँ,
key,
बट डेफिनेटली
according to
no, not communicating with your team is a big mistake. मतलब इवन आफ्टर यू टेल देम कि हम ये बना रहे हैं, पीपल माइट स्टिल बी वेरी कि भाई एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता हो। तो रिपीटेड कम्युनिकेशन एंड सबसे बात कर, इंडिविजुअली बात करके सबके साथ बात करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
that is
Like
something
from,
Shrishti
I
did
would say from
like
technical
बहुत
side of
ज़्यादा
things
सही.
also, हमारा communication got a lot better after we got to know each other better, I would say.
हाँ,
Like our decision to go to Hyderabad before and spend time with each other was best, I would say. कि
हाँ, या
स्टार्टिंग में हम जितने क्लियर थे अपने चीज़ों के बारे में, लास्ट में हम, मेरे को अपना पार्ट मिल गया, जयंत को अपना पार्ट मिल गया, श्रेयस को अपना पार्ट मिल गया. लाइक मैं पूरा एआई में फोकस करने लगा, जयंत पूरा जनरल जनरल पर्पस के लिए, लाइक ही बेसिकली एसडी बन गया था जयंत, और श्रेयस अपना फ्रंट एंड देख रहा था. तो हम लाइक टेक्निकल साइड से मैं बोलूंगा कि हमने I guess हम सब ने अपना अपना पार्ट लास्ट एंड तक तो ढूंढ ही लिया था कि हाँ किसको क्या करना है.
टीम केमिस्ट्री
Like,
लाइक नील हैज
हाँ, टीम
saying.
केमिस्ट्री इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। मतलब इवन इफ अगर आप अपने दोस्तों को नहीं ले रहे हो ना, एकदम रैंडम टीममेट्स हैं, तो मेक श्योर कि हैकाथॉन से पहले यू गेट सम टाइम टू बॉन्ड, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
Like spending time
एंड हैव
before.
समवन लाइक सृष्टि इन योर टीम।
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure. The
who actually talks
बहुत
and
इम्पोर्टेंट है,
communicates, right?
बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है.
Yeah, who can bind the group? Like there is one element
अरे मैं
who binds
बोलूंगा कि लाइक
everything.
Yeah,
सारे
exactly.
सारे नर्ड्स के बीच में एक ह्यूमन बीइंग होना जरूरी है
Yeah, for sure.
भाई.
The one who can complement, like one half of everything. She can complement everything. From all the things I
मतलब
have heard.
she can handle technical as पूरा बाइट
Exactly.
करना,
मतलब
वो
I
सारी
remember
क्योंकि उस
hackathon हम वहाँ पे सेंटर पे बैठे हुए हैं एंड आई एंड नील वी बोथ वर वरीड कि कितना काम हुआ है हमें पता नहीं है क्या कर रहे हैं वी टुक अ ब्रेक हम चाय वगैरह पी के आए एंड वी आर आस्किंग फिर हम आके वी गॉट होल्ड ऑफ सृष्टि वी आर लाइक प्लीज सृष्टि हमें समझाओ कि
I'll tell
चल
you
क्या
what
रहा
what
है
used
एंड
to
देन
happen.
सृष्टि टॉक विद द टेक लाइक ये दीस टेकीज देन शी इज लाइक अच्छा इतना हुआ है ऐसा हो रहा है वैसा हो रहा है तब जाके हमको समझा है सो शी इज द वन हु एक्चुअली वो पूरा चीज संभाल रही थी एंड वो कम्युनिकेटिंग शी वाज एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन फॉर ऑल द टीम मेंबर्स कुछ होगा सृष्टि से बात कर लो सॉर्ट हो जाएगा वैसे
ऑल्सो वो अपना मैस्कॉट का वॉइस भी इसी ने लाइक आई वुड से
हाँ,
फाइनलाइज
एक्चुअली
वर्जन इसी का
हाँ
था ना.
हाँ,
यस
वॉइस क्लोनिंग
द
सृष्टि नहीं करी थी।
वही वही हमने जो वॉइस यूज किया ना
और हमने
मैस्कॉट के
चार
लिए.
चौधरी का वॉइस पूरा क्लोन करा था, सो दैट होल थिंग सृष्टि डिड।
So judge was impressed by you. The one by
Very.
Chacha ji was like the application part is like one thing, and the your team chemistry is such a good. Like I have also participated in hackathons, and your team chemistry is like on another level. I can see from your experience and your talk also, like right here also, how you are supporting each other. Like I can see what is the chemistry between you is like deep and very memorable. And Shishti, tell me the
Huh.
most important part you have faced in handling all these nerds.
First of all, I won't say they are nerds
He was
actually,
waiting for this
वो
part.
but
खुद भी
these
नर्ड है, ऐसा
people
नहीं
are.
है।
See, I didn't handle them, but like, there used to be this very basic format of our communication पूरा all this while. पहले ऐसा होता था कि फर्स्ट राउंड समझ के चलो कि फर्स्ट राउंड इज completed. ठीक है, सबसे पहले दो लोग उठ के बाहर जाएंगे, नील और अंकित. They'll go out. They'll discuss very seriously. They'll discuss what is happening, what is not happening. ठीक है, तीन लोग होंगे जो घुस जाएंगे लैपटॉप में. There's श्रेयस, ईमान, जयंग, they're working. वहां से 15 मिनट बाद अंकित और नील आएंगे. Then they'll pull me साइड में. They'll ask, सृष्टि क्या चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है, वैसा हो रहा है. देन हम तीन लोग बात करेंगे. ठीक है, फिर वहां से हम इफ नीडेड हम किसी टेक्निकल उधर से उठाएंगे कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या कर रहे हो, या तुम ऐसा कर लो या वैसे कर लो. अदरवाइज वी वोंट बॉदर देम. ये होता था, बट आई डोंट थिंक देयर वाज एनीथिंग टफ हैंडलिंग देम. दे आर ऑल प्रिटी सॉर्टेड,
Yeah.
ऑल ऑफ देम good in their own ways.
Yeah, experts, but like handling in a group was the major task, and also the motive of this SIH, like humble Shishti. Sure, sure. I can understand what everyone is telling. Really. So, Iman, what you will say? Like, what was your best experience in while meeting these people and also like doing in SIH? Your favorite moment?
So I would say SIH was my first. I it's not second. It's one of my first offline hackathons because just before SIH we went for ETH India also. So, but
Nice.
it was one of my first offline hackathons ever, right? And I have never worked in a team. Like, yeah, I have worked for like companies and all, right? But those are different. Those are like not like this. You don't have a fixed 2 days time, 3 days time, right? You have you have deadlines. You have normal colleague conversations and all. I've never worked in a team like this. And the thing is, like working with friends, that feels different, right? Finding like-minded people in this huge world is like hard. And I loved the thing that whenever I got down, somebody was there to help me up, right? whenever I gave up on a code, Jayank was there to fix it. He never said कि नहीं तुझसे नहीं होगा छोड़ दे मैं कर लेता हूँ. He always looked at my code and he was like okay हाँ यहाँ गलती है तू तू ही कर सकता है ऐसा. And the thing is कि yeah, so the in like I said, in the first two rounds our like the thing is our data, right, whenever the data was generating, so sometimes there were issues. So in the first two rounds no one ever said कि ईमान तेरा गलती है क्योंकि तू database बना रहा है ऐसा कुछ, right? We always were together and we were like yeah we will fix this, yeah we can fix this. Srishti like send me 20 websites of NMCG. I got to know a name of a river that I never heard before, and I was like bro what is this. Yeah, so the database and in after when the AI worked, right, it felt like कि yes हम सब ने एक साथ किया. Like last में this river which I was saying that I have never heard the name. So the guy searched the name, right? He literally wrote, "Do you know this river?" And I panicked. I legit panicked in front of the judge कि it won't work. And then he hit enter and it came up. And like the NMCG head or something. Yeah, he was the head, right? So the NMCG head looked at me and smiled, and I looked at him and said, "Like this, I did this." Yeah, and so it was a group. Like the thing I would say, the thing I earned from SIH was not the money; it was the team. Yeah.
A lifetime bond.
Same.
So Neil, can you compliment everything? You can just message also. Until then,
Compliment everything.
yeah, like he have to part in everything. Like everybody tell about Neil. What was his part, his main part, his history? Like what?
Neil Neil was again he worked with Srishti. He was gathering information, and Neil is a very good writer. He writes really nice. So he actually worked with Srishti and helped writing the script for our chatbot. So that was the like official work of Neil. But unofficially, he was always there. Whenever you needed a break, Neil कहाँ है तू भाई दिमाग खराब हो रहा है चलो थोड़ा then Neil will always accompany you to wherever so Neil was always there but I have seen Neil work at the same time he was one who was worried but at the same time he was there to be like कि हो जाएगा ठीक कर रहे हैं ना सब शांत है हो जाएगा ठीक so that was that support Neil was there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like all of your chemistry is like I can find like extra catalyst. All of you are like a catalyst on his own. Like how you are helping your team. Like and everyone tell me something about Shiryansh. Like he's the undercover agent or something like.
Shreyash is like one thing that
That's
I really like about Shreyash is his work ethics. He needs a clean space. He when he'll start working, he'll put in his earphones and he'll work. Then there's nobody else going around. And one thing that Shreyash is known for in our group is his sense of humor. Mad sense of humor. Like when everybody is worried, everybody's panicking. Oh, what is going on? What will we do? The review is in 5 minutes. Just like, हो जाएगा भाई. And he'll crack some jokes and we'll be like, "Arey Shreyas, this is not the time. You need to understand." So Shreyas is that who lifts up from us from being dead. So Shreyas was that man for us.
we were actually scared of him कि ये कुछ गलत बोल देगा और हम सब कुछ जाए.
Actually,
Also, one more thing about Shreyash is like Shreyas is very good at cracking jokes on the in the wrong time. So we panicked so much at times like oh नहीं अभी नहीं बोलेगा and we were like scolding him constantly. But yeah, the thing is he is very when we first met him, the shock was he doesn't use querity. So we were all like, you don't use querity, the keyboard typing layout. He doesn't use
भाई
querity.
डोरा यूज करता है पागल लड़का
Yeah,
है भाई.
and he
He
used to
switched my keyboard into that, and exam के बीच में my keyboard went into Dobra format. I couldn't. Oh,
and
पागल है
it
भाई.
was very difficult.
and he uses PHP and he's like
हाँ,
unique.
ये नेक्स्ट और रिएक्ट के जमाने में PHP लार्वा यूज करता
Yeah,
है,
yeah, he
फ्लॉट
uses
बंदा है।
PHP.
ओ
And
भाई।
he's like pure, और रात में जब like सब सो गए, मैं और श्रेयस बस अकेले जागे हुए हैं, पूरा टेंशन हो रहा है, और वो बीच में एक रैंडम जोक मार देगा और पूरा टेंशन इधर साइड में रख के मैं
भाई
इधर हंस रहा
सुबह
हूँ।
सुबह सुबह
मैं
नहा के
सोच रहा हूँ
अगरबत्ती
एथिकली
लगाता
कितना
है ये, और
इनअप्रोप्रिएट
मेरे
है ये
सामने।
जोक, और फिर मैं सोच रहा हूँ ठीक है हंस लेता हूँ। तो ऐसा ही होता, बहुत अच्छा है। श्रेयस बेस्ट, नीडेड, मच नीडेड इन अ ग्रुप।
भाई तुम पूजा पाठ वाला एस्पेक्ट भूल गए आज।
वही
यार
तो मैं
हाँ,
पूजा
बोल
पाठ
रहा
वाला
हूँ,
उसकी
एस्पेक्ट
वजह
तो
से हम
हाँ,
जीते
पूरा
हैं
और
भाई,
दिन
उसी वजह
साथ
से
वो
जीते
रहना।
हैं।
है भाई।
वो आदमी लाइक एवरीवेयर यू गो, वो भगवान एंड पूजा के बिना रह नहीं सकता वहां पे सेंटर पे। सो वहां पे नहाने के लिए वगैरह देयर वाज अ हॉस्टल व्हिच वाज लाइक 2 किलोमीटर्स अवे।
उसके लिए
तो
बस से जाना था।
उसके लिए बस से जाना था, वरना तुम नहा नहीं सकते थे। ये बंदा वहां
5
तक
बजे उठ
जाता
के,
था सिर्फ नहाने के लिए।
हम सब सो रहे हैं, बट ये अकेला बंदा 5 बजे उठ के, भाई मैं जा रहा हूँ, बस निकल
वो
जाएगी बस।
ठंड में, दिसंबर के ठंड में वो बंदा उठ के नहाने गया सिर्फ। नहीं यार, मैं नहाए बिना नहीं रह सकता, भगवान की पूजा भी करनी होती
ओ भाई।
है।
गुड गुड।
भाई बेस्ट था, गुड था, गुड, वेरी गुड।
Like what the wife Shiansh gave is na like a positive senior type vibe, and he also like take care of all of you. Like what I have understood, like I have approached him like Shiansh, can you give a podcast? Okay, so he said me that I will not talk on behalf of my team. I will take whole of my team and then I will talk. Like he was to add all of you, like all of you, add your contribution, add your everything. Like he's type of what I have understand. But first of all, I thought that he is a senior. है ना? then looking at the profile and on how he was talking, like accurate senior replies he was giving. So I thought he is senior, but the way he put you all, like I love that thing the most about Shiryansh.
Shares वो है, like Shares never fails to give you credits where it is due. If you have done something, Shares will be like one of the first guys who will come and be like, भाई सही कर रहा है यार, तू मस्त कर रहा है तू। लाइक मेरे को कुछ डिजाइन वगैरह होते थे ना जैंग के, पहले आई वुड शो इट टू श्रेयस कि श्रेयस कैसा लग रहा है। हाँ भाई सही लग रहा है, सही लग रहा है। देन आई विल गो लाइक सही लग रहा है ना, देन आई गो टू जैंग, जैंग अब ये सही है।
फिर ध्यान
देन
करके
आई गो
बोला
टू
दिमाग ऐसा कर
एवरीबॉडी।
देते।
और फिर जैक बोलता था नहीं यार कुछ तो मिसिंग है।
कुछ तो वैसे ही है। हाँ भाई। तो
भाई लिटरल जो ये काम कर रहे थे मेरे लिए इतना ज्यादा फैसिनेटिंग था वो, भाई ये लौंडा कर कैसे रहा है ये चीज। मतलब आई कांट इवन इमेजिन भाई, तुम इधर तुम्हारा हाथ है, तुम ड्रॉ सामने कर रहे हो, कैसे हो रहा है ये। तो मैं बस यही पूछते रहता था कि भाई कैसे हो रहा है। फिर इससे ईमान और जैंग से मैं मशीन लर्निंग वाली चीजें पूछता था, बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट माई फील्ड। आई एम अ ट्रेडिशनल पीएचपी एंड लार्वल डेवलपर, ठीक है। तो मैं वहां से हूँ, वहां पे ये सब कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, ठीक है। वहां पे बस एक रफ सा डैशबोर्ड बना के दे दो एंड बस तुम्हारा महीने भर का चल जाएगा। अब ये चीजें मेरे लिए ना बहुत ज्यादा नहीं थी, जो भी ये चीजें कर रहे थे लाइक मशीन लर्निंग फोनेम्स में, पहली बार फोनेम सुना, ठीक है। फिर ये ड्राइंग कर रहा था वहां पैड में, मैंने भाई फर्स्ट टाइम पैड देखा, मैं फैन हो गया। मैंने आधे 1 घंटे के लिए उससे उसका पैड मांग लिया कि भाई अब मैं इससे कुछ आंडू गुंडू करूंगा।
भाई
और जो मैंने
लिटरली।
अभी ये शब्द बोला ना, बस इसी की वजह से सृष्टि जो है ना मेरे से नाराज हो गई थी रात के 2-3 बजे। कुछ बड़ा अपशगुन होने वाला था, जो फिर मैंने बोला रहने देते हैं।
भाई
ओवरऑल गुड, ओवरऑल गुड।
like wonderful story, yeah. Like the most exciting story I'm listening to up till now. In also campus, I have some friends who have joined hackathons. You guys were the most exciting and one of the most like catalyst, electrons, everything. I've like found everything inside you. Like Shishting holding
Sigma
everything,
boy.
nucleus, yeah. Weak nuclear force, strong nuclear force, everything inside you. Positron, Shiryansh. Jayank like electron. Jayank, Imank like electron. Aniket is a positive, like he is much stable on what he is doing. Like
I'm
No,
that
he's
neutron, I'm
sodium. He's
neutral.
very reactive. He binds with anyone he sees.
like
Very true, very true. His binding capacity.
Ankit is like a big teddy bear.
Ayush, Ayush, I'll be honest. Okay, we won the hackathon, but Ankit just didn't win a hackathon. He won a lot of things. He did win a lot
Ankit
of
won in
things.
life, bro. Ankit won
If
in
you get
life.
what we mean.
Yeah, yeah. Like the one who won the hackathon is Ankit. Like one who won the life. You all won the prize money. He won the life. SIH. Like,
Yes, I just put in some extra efforts. That's
नहीं,
yeah.
अंकित की भी कोई गलती नहीं है
Very
एक्चुअली। मैं
extra effort.
दिस इज अ कमेंडेबल थिंग कि जो भी साउथ इंडिया में मैं गया, जो भी साउथ इंडियन कॉलेजेस में मैं गया, लाइक वहाँ के जो वॉलेंटियर्स थे वो इतने ज्यादा पोलाइट और हम्बल थे, बहुत ज्यादा हेल्पिंग। तो उनका नेचर ही वैसा था कि कोई भी फिदा हो जाए तो।
वाह वाह, ये सब ये
seriously,
नोटेड
मतलब
वो सब
ऐसे
सुनेंगे ना, तब पर्सनली
बस
मैं भेजूंगा ये चीज़ें।
इससे ज्यादा बात हम नहीं करेंगे स्टोरेज के बारे में, वरना पॉडकास्ट
एक्चुअली
का।
फिर तो थोड़ा
नो
ज्यादा हो
कमेंट्स,
जाएगा।
नो कमेंट्स।
हाँ।
भाई, और नील का कैसा क्या था ओवरऑल, मतलब, हाँ नील, अभी
हाँ बोलो। हाँ।
स्टोरी, तुम्हारी स्टोरी क्या थी इन सब के बीच में?
वेल माय स्टोरी। देखो, मेरा तो कुछ है नहीं ना, मेरा सिर्फ है कि लोगों से बात करो, लोगों को जानो। I love talking. I love interacting with people. Like I love getting to know what everyone is doing and whatnot. So I just, yeah, I did help Ankit a bit in whatever you may think. But anyways, I did talk around with people. I interacted with a lot of people, and that is how it went for me actually. That is how my hackathons normally goes. This was obviously not my first hackathon. So yeah, that is how my hackathons normally goes.
Wow. What I think, like Neil is like an extra, he has done all the efforts and in his previous
Yeah,
work, and like, is he guiding you
Neil is
most of the
also
time?
also the writer. Writer.
Yeah.
yeah.
क्रेडिट नहीं
He
लेगा,
writes
बस
really
बोल रहा।
good. हाँ, बहुत humble है, but he writes really good.
And also he write the documentation also, you have extra
Yeah, he
submitted
and
that
Srishti
document.
both.
No, he
मतलब
and Srishti wrote the script of Chachachi, and
yeah.
I think the document itself.
And one of the most commendable part उस बारे में was सृष्टि के लिए हिंदी, सृष्टि का हिंदी बहुत अच्छा है। नील बीइंग अ बंगाली, उसका हिंदी इतना अच्छा नहीं था। स्टिल ही सैट विद सृष्टि, ही लर्नड हिंदी। उसने पूरा शुद्ध हिंदी में पूरा चाचा चौधरी का स्क्रिप्ट लिखा था।
Oh
एंड
wow,
लाइक हाउ ये कैसे लिख रहा है ये, लाइक मैं आज सृष्टि के साथ बैठ बैठ के सीख लिया। सो हिज ग्रास्प ऑन
wonderful.
ऑल ऑफ दैट इज रियली गुड। ही राइट्स रियली
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I would just like to add here the script that you're talking about. Na, uh, we made a app that we can use the digital avatar that we've built of Chacha Bhai to educate children about the Ganga and NMCG mission वगैरह. So the script was for educational modules that we can use to educate children. That was a whole another thing that we developed, मतलब delivered, extra thing that we delivered. One of many things.
So I would like to add your project also in last. So really, guys, I had a great conversation with you, and I
Same.
will try to reach every student who need guidance on Smart India Hackathon, so they can get a valuable insight. All your experience, I will talk like every practical part, fun part. Your everything was an experience and was a key points to learn in between how you handle your team. Like, you can build a team by people, but you have to manage it, and what type of people do you need. I was thinking like I would get only the practical part or the theory part, but you give me whole of the book, like everything in application. That you told me the every your month story in just a podcast, so it will be very valuable to everyone. And I would reach out personally, reach out to everyone who will need this podcast, and also to those South Indian professors and students for sure,
Okay.
so that they can know also. And congratulations all of you, you had a great work with
Thank you.
this.
Thanks a lot. You were an amazing
Okay,
host.
thank you.
Thank you so much. It
Yeah.
was really
Yeah,
fun talking about this experience again and sharing it with you.
yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Sure, sure, thank you. And once again, thank you, were the great guys, and one of your chemistry is amazing. With that, I am ending this podcast. And okay, okay. So with this, our episode of S Campus episode 1 is complete, and this will be going public in around 3 to 4 days after editing. and I will share all the clips and everything in our college and everywhere possible and get the maximum your story to maximum people. Thank you for your experience, guys. It was really amazing. Really.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us,
Thank
inviting
you.
us. मजा आया भाई.
हाँ,
That's important.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
मजा मस्ती मस्ती भाई।
मजा आया।
Thank you.
जा रहा भाई, मेरी बहन हमेशा के लिए जा रही है, 1 सेकंड, अब मिलना है उससे वहाँ
चलो,
पे।
चलो ठीक है।
बाय बाय।
बाय बाय।
बाय बाय
बाय। थैंक
बाय।
यू। थैंक यू।
Bye.
बाय।